moment for me, space to myself, space to breathe.
Yo, mic check, 1 2 1 2. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Fugazi. Some people might pronounce it Fugazi, perhaps. You tell me, how's it pronounced? Alright, I've heard it pronounced in many different ways, i.e. 2 different ways, alright? I apologise in advance if I mispronounce your name. My man Dolphin, Mr. Thorndike, I appreciate you. Mr. Thorndike, the legend, has recommended this via the Patreon. Been a real good support to me, in all honesty. Very engaging, very involved, very knowledgeable about the music we discuss on this channel, so thank you very much for that. My experience with this band is near to none. I've seen that they had a little bit of an anti-mosh movement, which is quite funny given where the band is rooted. I used to be a really big Minor Threat fan. I would argue I still am, but I crashed my car one time listening to Minor Threat, and yeah, I've got like traumatic connotations to that band now, so I just don't ever listen to them again. But this is Ian McKay's band, what he went on to do. I don't know what you would call it. From the outside looking in, arguably, perhaps we're going to be getting post-hardcore emo. There's only one way to find out, alright? First one's Waiting Room. Let me give you a heads up, I have heard Waiting Room. I mean, if you're involved in hardcore to a degree, I'd be surprised if you haven't heard Waiting Room, or at least the bass line to it. But from there on, I don't know any of these songs. So let's jump in. We've got 13 songs as it says. I've been informed that it's a compilation of 2 EPs. I don't know if they were re-recorded, remastered, perhaps, who knows. Let's go. Very organic sound there on the recording of that bass guitar. Just 2 chords there on the guitar, 2 power chords, back and forth. 1 2 3 and... I mean, when was this put out? Do we have a time here? Because it's almost, if it was early, it was almost like a precursor to the New York hardcore sound. Because it, you know, like Crown of Thorns did, what did they call it? Lovesick, and you had Breakdown doing sounds like this and stuff like that with Street Fight. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a little bit softer than that sound, but you know where I'm coming from with that palm muted mid-tempo groove. How many records did this band put out? $13 million views. Come on. One of the better bass lines, isn't it? Really good. Yeah, really good. Really good. Was Minor Threat still a thing at this point, or had that band disbanded before this band sort of started putting out records? There's definitely a heap more maturity in the music. I mean, obviously, you're not going to be circle pitting to it, but it's a more mature band. It's a more well put together band. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. The way it was composed, the dynamic elements to it, the instrumentation, it was good. Cause like I said, I think Ian MacKaye as well. He also suits this band better. I mean, he was Minor Threat, right? But when I was listening to a hardcore punk like For You playlist that Spotify curates, and you know what? I'm going to follow this conversation on to the next song, alright? Because we've got plenty to talk about. We got Bulldog Front coming up next.